everybody. Good morning. How are you? Guess who decided to jump up on my lap for a few seconds? It's the booger. Yep, I guess she's deciding that she wants to warm up with me. It's a cold morning here in Oregon. It's like 37 degrees. So we're inside and staying warm, and I've got the heater on. But she likes to snuggle up to me when she sees that I have a hoodie on. She likes it when I wear hoodies. So, what are we doing today? Well, Chantal's been real busy, real busy. I knew that she would be busy as soon as she got back to Canada. She missed a week of work, so she has to make up for it, doesn't she? So, this morning when I woke up to she had just done a live, a coffee bees, and she posted a travel vlog, her coming back from Kuwait to Canada, and I wanted to react to the live and the travel vlog. So one thing at a time. I'm just waking up. This is starting to feel a lot like the Villa days when I'd wake up and she's already done like two or three lives, and I've got so much to catch up on. But honestly, there's not a lot to catch up on because she's not doing very much. And I don't know what's going on with her. It, you know what, Chantal? Everybody wanted you to come back to Canada. Even your beezers. Your beezers kept telling you over and over that they wanted you to come back to Canada. Not so much to do chemicals and get high, because they were bored with Kuwait and they didn't like the sense of control that Salah had over you and the fact that you just weren't yourself. And you came back to Canada. And yes, you seem a bit more yourself, but your content is still boring. So, being in Canada, and I don't know how long you're going to be in Canada, this is a defining moment for you, I feel. This is your moment where you could turn things around and get yourself together and make your channel interesting again or not. I'll be honest with all of you, though. I just can't help but get this feeling that Chantal's not going to stay in Canada. She just keeps coming online with this duper's delight smile on her face, like she's got something up her sleeve, and I just can't shake it. Like either she's going to plan something big while she's in Canada to turn things around, or she's going back home to Salah. I also feel a lot like the way that other people feel. This whole thing of her coming home to Canada, it wasn't a want to thing. It was more of a have to thing for some reason. Just all the little tidbits that I've listened to, even her trip back home. She took different airlines. You want to get down, Booger? It's okay. You want to get down? No? I don't know what she wants to do. She's just adjusting herself. But she didn't take Qatar Airlines. She took two other airlines, and it sounds like it was a last minute flight plan, like it's just something she didn't want to do and something she didn't want to spend her money on. But now she's home in Canada, and watching her current lives, it just feels like she's relying on nostalgia, if that makes sense. People get into her lives and they tell her, we miss the coffee beeses, we miss Sam, we miss BBJ, we miss Pete's, we miss the trips down the long road. All the things that she is telling them, Chantal is doing again. She's relying on the nostalgia of the past and the fun of the past to give people hope that her content is going to improve, that it's going to be interesting again. Is she doing all she can to make it interesting? No. She's got her car. She's got the Kia back. She can drive anywhere she wants. She can do anything she wants. She's really not going anywhere. She keeps doing lives where she's just parked somewhere. And I'm getting the sense that during the daytime, she has to get out of the house. She can't stay at the house and stream or anything. Her family maybe just letting her stay at the house to sleep at night, but during the daytime she has to get out. That's just the feeling that I get, because she keeps streaming in the same locations, doing the same thing. Although she's got access to the entire province of Canada, she can go anywhere she likes. Despite the restrictions of not having a home, she can still make it interesting, but she's not. She really isn't. Like, Chantal, you missed a week of work. Why wouldn't you do all you could to make things interesting for people? Uh, During her current live, she also revealed that she put a deposit down on a place. And I'm going to stand by what I said, y'all, that I'll believe it when I see it. I will believe that she's staying in Canada when I see that she's in a place and she's living there. Until then, she might go back to Kuwait, to Salah. I know that she really wants to. She wants to keep an eye on him, even though this whole thing with her and Salah isn't working. It's not financially good for her. It's not physically or mentally good for her. She wants what she wants. And what she wants, for the most part, is bad for her, but it's what she wants. So we're going to watch the travel vlog, and I'm going to give my thoughts. And I'm sorry if the sound quality may not be the best. I've got my microphone sitting right in front of me, boogers in my arms. I can't really have the microphone in my lap when she's here. It's a booger. Look, she's going to sleep. Big girl. But we're going to cover some Twitter stuff first. There's not a whole lot, but we'll just get into that first. So I just want to give my thoughts on it. You know, like I said, Chantal, I know that you watch Everything About You. And I'm telling you, this is a defining moment for you, for your health, and also for your channel. You can choose to stay in Canada and take care of yourself, put some roots down, start again. That might save your health. That might save your channel a little bit. If you get back over to Kuwait, it's not going to end well. But you're never about doing the right thing for yourself. You're always about doing the wrong thing. So let's get into it. Let me just go ahead and pull up Twitter. I've got it all ready to go. Okay, so I'm just making sure I am where I need to be. Perfect. Okay, so for anybody who wants to follow me on Twitter, there's my handle, Wild Girl Sarah, and now she's going to get down. You going to get down? What are you doing, booger? Okay, now I can pick up the microphone. All right, hold on. Okay, good. Got the microphone closer. All right. So there's really no name here. It's just a bunch of symbols. This person says, and another thing, Foodie Beauty, every doggone time you talk about inconveniencing people on planes, I'm going to post this picture of you, the skinny legend in 2022, pretending to fit in a plane seat on the way to Cuba. It's not cute or funny. So here's Chantal when she was back at the villa. And looking at her now, in this picture, this was 2 years ago, she did not weigh as much as she does now. And the chair that she's sitting in is an XL sized gaming chair, like the biggest size you can get your hands on. And you can see that she really doesn't fit in it. So you can imagine what she would be going through in a regular airplane seat. I've ridden in a plane before. Those seats are no joke. They're not that big unless you get VIP or first class. Excuse me. I am so sorry. Sorry about that. Airplane seats are really tiny. The bathrooms on an airplane are even smaller. And she's in an XL size gaming chair and not comfortable. She's spilling out of that. And she's gained more weight since then. So imagine trying to sit next to Chantal. If she requires 2 seats or more than 2 seats, God help the person sitting next to her. She's not going to get the appropriate number of seats to fit her. She's always going to try to scam her way into a free seat or something. But yeah, there she is. There's our girl. Okay. This looks like something that came from the Kiwi Farms, courtesy of Hee saying Foodie Beauty recap. Someone on the farms did a slight recap of her latest live stream. She already found a place that is putting a deposit down. Let's look. So they're doing like a breakdown with timestamps. Timestamp 13 minutes 45 seconds. She jokingly says, "I'm going back to Kuwait. Haha, just joking. I'm stuck here. I'm stuck here because I don't want to travel. I literally don't know if I can ever make that trip for a long time, maybe a few months, and also because I can't keep changing my mind." Look, I don't know if she is stuck in Canada. I have no idea. Remember, she just has that smirky, smug, duper's delight thing going on. And why would she look like that? Unless she's up to something. I do think that while she's in Canada, she's going to try to milk as much money out of her subs and her VIBs as much as possible by acting as if she's going to move in someplace. She did do that live stream that I went off on. She was telling people, anything you can send me is good. I don't care. She wasn't even dry begging. She was outright begging. Miss 100K channel. Where's your 100K channel? Begging people. Chantal, I'm a small react channel. I don't get in front of my subs and do that. Yet you're over there with a channel that's 10 times the size of mine. And you're overdoing that. Do you know how pathetic that looks? But going back to this, she's saying that she's stuck in Canada. Could it be because your visa was denied? Did you do something to tick off the people in Kuwait? Maybe it was someone from Takat's channel or that community that you made angry because you essentially used them to make your channel bigger and now has come back to bite you in the butt. So she's stuck in Canada, which also brings up the thought that if she's stuck in Canada and she gets her own place, it sounds like the family is not going to put her up room and board. Like she's family, but they're saying, no, you can't stay with us. We don't have the room for you. And even if we did, we're not going to put up with you because you're just entirely too much. You got to get a place of your own. Maybe the family is just allowing her to stay with them for a small amount of time in order for her to get started with moving into a place. But after a certain time period, she's got to get gone. Like they're tolerating her just enough to give her a place to sleep. Well, she's got bankruptcies on her record and she's got bad credit. She's got little money. So don't know how she's going to get into a place. The last time I checked, just to get into a studio apartment, that's a process. First month's, last month's, security deposit, credit check, all that. Oh, it's a nightmare. And I'm sure rent has gone up since the time that she left Canada the first time. So good luck with that, Chantal. You're going to have trouble finding a place, and I love that the most for you. Oh, look at this person goes on to say, and now I have a pain in my heart because I miss my husband. I feel really alone. Even if I have other people around me, I still feel alone. I need a certain type of attention. And what type of attention do you need? What attention did Salah give you? He was hardly there. He would just hang out long enough to do a video with you and drop off your food. But anytime he spent around you, he didn't like it. We could tell he didn't like it. He did only what he had to, not because he wanted to, because he was being paid or compensated in some way. And the pain you have in your heart, I don't think that's emotional pain, Chantal. You lacked empathy. Maybe it's because you've got some kind of health problems and you need to go to the hospital, uh, heart issues. If you say you feel really alone, Well, that's because you alienate yourself away from people. You don't really care about people. You're selfish. You're absolutely selfish. You don't care about other people. Angry, selfish people always end up alone for a reason. That's because they drain and exhaust everybody around them. Everybody has their tolerance, but once you hit that tolerance, once you hit the ceiling with that, you it's about self-preservation. You look at the situation, you look at the person, you say that the juice ain't worth the squeeze, and you get gone. You wear people out, Chantal, and you drain them. And they reach a point where there's nothing more for them to give you, and there's nothing more that you can take from them. That's why you end up alone. Nobody is around you because they want to be. They are around you because they have to be. Like your family. Your family is tolerating you. They don't want you around. Why do you think you can't stream at the house? They don't want you there. They don't trust you. Imagine that. Your family members don't trust you to be alone at the house because they know you'll be up to some kind of shenanigans. Your own family, they kick you out of the house on daylight and say, go do your own thing, but you can't stay here. Your own family, Chantal. Sad. At 1833, she says she's going to put a deposit down on a place today, or in her words, supposed to. Though she keeps toying with her chat, saying, well, I could change my mind within an hour. Her chat beezers literally want her to be so miserable in Kuwait. They are all telling her to go back from the sounds of it. Why? Why do you beezers want her to go back? What is going on with that? I'm convinced that there are people in Chantal's chat, they want to see her die. They want something medical to happen to Chantal. She's got some poisonous trolls in her chat, or some fetish people in her chat. They want to see her in the hospital. And then if she gets in the hospital or she ends up in a morgue, they're going to be over there crying fake alligator tears saying, oh, our queen, something happened to her. Look, Chantal's health is her health. She's the only one that can fix herself. It's her responsibility. But there are people in Chantal's chat, they put the battery in her back for some of that nonsense behavior. They absolutely do. I sit there and I watch them do it. They know she's got a problem with food, and they talk about food with her. Talking about the source of someone's addiction with the addict. Why would you do that? And Chantal thinks that those people that are talking about the thing that she's fixated on with her, that they support her. They are her friends. No, Chantal, they are not your friends. They don't know you. You don't know them. And to be honest, you don't give a flip about them. You care about the money. You care about the YouTube paycheck. You want your hug box. But that hug box is literally killing you. Do you understand that? Though all of us in girl world, even as much as we don't like you, we're saying you need to go to treatment. You need to get some therapy. Of course, you're not going to listen to us. You never do. But we're not wishing death upon you. You're wishing it upon yourself. And so are some of your VIBs. They might as well just grab a shovel and race to the nearest graveyard and start digging. Because they don't give a crap about you. They act like they do, but their actions say otherwise. But we're going back to this whole deposit thing. Again, I'm not believing Chantal's going to stay in Canada until I see she's in a place, and then I'm going to know she's going to stay a while. Maybe not forever, but putting down some significant roots. There's also talk that maybe Salah might be coming to Canada. I don't know. I've learned with Chantal, wait and see. Wait and see. Until then, all you can do is just wait to see. Speculate what she could do. And then when you see her do something, then you know it's actually happened. But thank you for posting that. So, she's toying with people. Oh, I might stay here. Oh, I might go to Kuwait. Chantal, you're at a critical point with your health and your channel too. Both are pretty much almost on life support. You could stay in Canada, get yourself together, get your channel together. What's Salah doing for you? Honestly, what is Scatman doing for you? What's he doing for you? He's a disgusting individual, and so are you. But what's he doing for you? Nothing. Just sucking off your money. It's amazing that you think that you're the smartest person in the room, but you're doing the stupidest things. Okay. Now, this person also goes on to say, pet peeve, there's no such thing as a red eye while doing global travel. Yeah, because she called this a red eye. If that's a red eye flight, you're able to sleep. Does that still fall into a red eye flight? I don't know. Jolie says, OMG, live again. This is the 4th live stream in 24 hours, already at 3+ hours total so far. She's desperate for attention. I'm sure all the lies will be unraveling soon and the rage is incoming. I don't know why she hasn't raged yet. I don't know if she will. Watching her lives, watching her videos, I'm feeling a sense of her being defeated in some way. Like something happened and she's lost some sort of a battle. Like there's a sense of feeling lost here. But at the same time, she's got that duper's delight smile on her face. So I can't figure it out right now. But I knew that she was going to come online and be streaming like crazy. She missed a week off of YouTube. That's very expensive for her. But yet, the lives and the videos that she's doing, honestly, guys, they're no more interesting in Canada than they were in Kuwait. So I don't know. Like, I would think that you're on home soil, you can kick it up a notch, but she's not. She's doing the same content in Canada that she did over there. It's almost like Salah is still in the room and he's not. So is all you're going to do is mukbang, Chantal? And rely on the chat to give you topics to talk about? Because that's not going to get it done. People are bored. You don't seem to get that. People are bored with you. You can't rely on nostalgia and past glory to carry you anymore. Just as the mukbang trend happened long ago and it was hot for a while and people were interested, you're a trend too. Watching you was a trend and it was really popular for a while, and you're not doing anything to keep it interesting. You're slacking off, you're getting lazy. And that's your choice, it's your channel. But people are losing interest real fast. And now that you're in Canada and you're not doing anything, you're not helping your cause. Burgundy Rose Bunny says, I haven't watched this, but I am more convinced that this is a visa run and a money grab. These two scammers are motivated by the cash grab. Plus, they be moments on fast food and edibles till she's literally in a coma. Not to mention a visit with the undesirables, Pete's and Nads. Yeah, look, I am thoroughly convinced that she's gone to see Natter. I also heard that Natter got a recent haul of groceries. Who do we know buys him groceries? Her. I think she's gone to see Natter. I have noticed, and other people have noticed, she's doing a lot of the nose huffing now. That was something that happened a lot with Natter. I think they're still in contact. I think they're still talking. She's keeping a lid on things for right now. But I think if she's going to spend a little bit of time in Canada or a lot of time in Canada, she's all about grabbing that money. Hence the reason for all the e-begging. from people and, oh, I'm going to be moving soon. What I tell y'all, don't trust Chantal. If she comes at you and says, I need money for a move, the moment she gets that money in pocket, she can spend it on whatever she wants. And she's all about feeding her addictions first. Okay, I love this from Papa Wolf saying, never refriend or refamily a person who tried to destroy your character, your money, or your relationships. A snake only sheds its skin to be a bigger snake. True. So true. Dell says, so she did fly home March the 31st. This was after the YouTube ban. Like everybody's saying this whole thing with her was planned. It doesn't feel like that to me. She took different airlines and being strapped for cash. It felt like a last minute thing. It really did. What are the tags on the video? Courtesy of Kristen. What do we got here? Oh, look. So we have travel vlog, aviation. Weird putting that on there. First time flying. What? This is not your first time flying, Chantal, you liar. Air Canada, uh, Lufthansa Airlines, airline review, international flights, red-eye flights, Kuwait, Canada, Montreal Airport, fat travel, obese travel. You're still signaling those feeders, aren't you? Still signaling them. You just can't help yourself, can you? Still trying to attract those people. Girl, that is so bad for you. But hey, do what you will. Jolie says Chantal must be itching to stream all day while stuffing her face and getting high. She doesn't have to force herself to clean or act some type of way in front of Salah or with him to nudge her while she says the wrong thing. She's happy. Is she happy though? I mean, she does look a bit happier, but at the same time, she doesn't. I don't know. It's just weird. Like it is weird. Like she's more herself, but she doesn't look happy to me. Not right now, at least. Wonder Mom says, no matter what Foodie Beauty does, her channel is doomed. If she stays in Canada and eats herself to death, being high 24/7, goes back to husband until the next visa run, both will not bring back the money, the views, or the interest. Her time is come and gone. You know, like I said, it's hard to maintain interest for Chantal. She's not helping herself at all. She's not helping her channel. She's not helping her content. Doing the same type of content in Canada she did in Kuwait. People wanted something different. They wanted something interesting. And here she is on home soil. She could easily give it, and she's not. So I don't know if she's lost her fire. But if she keeps this up, people are going to say, I'm done watching this one. What else we got here? Malarkey Meter says, with the bad storm happening in southern Ontario right now, we're being told to not go out unless necessary. Multiple accidents and power outages, crews and EMTs working overtime. So huge shocker, Foodie Beauty is once again ignoring provincial instructions to do whatever she wants. So bad weather in Canada right now, and she's out. Of course she is, because she can't stream at the house. She got to make that money. Stupid and reckless of her, but that is Chantal. Y'all look from Punch Cat. Look at the babies. And it's so cute, the little feet. I can't. Oh, this is so funny from Florida Salt and Sass and I Like Food. Burger King done got jokes. Burger King says, why eat with a clown? Come eat with a king. The shade of it all. The shade, Burger King. Who knew you were so shady? And I love this from Mikey Slasic saying, I hope you heal from things you don't talk about. Oh, that's so sweet. I hope so too. I hope whoever sees this, you get the message too. I hope you heal from the things you don't talk about. And this takes me back home to Florida. I grew up in Florida and manatees were all over the place. This reminds me of Florida. Mama manatee hugs her baby. I'm missing Florida right now looking at the manatees. Want to go back? Okay, what else we got here? Chantal's fried rice says, as an immigrant myself, I know there's no way they could do the process without a lawyer. I guess talking about Salah. His passport and nationality would already require more paperwork and proof. My fees just going from the US to Canada were 10 grand. No way she got that laying around. Nope. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay, so that's the catch up on Twitter. So let's get into the supposed red eye flight with Chantal. Even though it was a long flight, she could have slept. Let's get into it. All right. Are we where we need to be? Yes, we are. Okay, let's go.
Ramadan vlog where we went out for iftar. So this was supposed to be in that. This is just me picking out some hijabs, my new navy blue one that you saw in my recent video. So yeah, that's what I got.
So why are we including this in with your new travel vlog if it's just a piece from an old video? Is it to make the video long enough to monetize?
I love getting new hijab. As you can see, my black one here is very worn out, and it was time for a different color for sure.
Alright, so I got a couple undercaps and a hijab. Well, it's that time again. Time to pack the CPAP and the fan and head on to the airport. Alright guys, this is my fit for the airport.
Oh my goodness. How much y'all want to bet that as soon as she left the house, as soon as he dropped her off at the airport, he took that picture behind Chantal right there next to the couch. He took it and put it in the closet. How much y'all want to bet? He did not leave that there. He did not leave that there. He probably burned that sucker.
Have my backpack on, my new glasses that my husband bought for me today.
Why would you do that? You can see, Chantal, I wear glasses. And look, these are like dollar store glasses because all I need right now are reader glasses. And hey, dollar store glasses are fine by me. But you, with really bad vision, why are you letting him pick out your eyewear? Why? He's not wearing them. He doesn't know how bad your vision is. Why are you letting him pick out your glasses? You know, vision's very important. It's not his vision. Why are you letting him pick those things out? And by the way, maybe it's because of your filters, but those glasses look entirely too small for you. They don't look right. They look really tight on you.
Salah's taking me to the airport now. I'm going to be flying a red-eye flight to Frankfurt, Germany. My flight leaves at 1:45 a.m. here in Kuwait to Frankfurt, and then Frankfurt to Montreal. So yes, Yella, let's head out.
Oh Lord, more driving footage? Are we really? This is like the. Why more driving footage? Why?
As we were approaching the departure section of the Kuwait airport, my anxiety started to get higher and higher and higher.
All right, about to go.
Well, what was the anxiety over? Was it the flying that made you anxious, or the feeling of leaving Salah alone because you knew as soon as he dropped your butt off, he's going straight to the red room? Is that where the anxiety was coming from? You being a control freak, and you knew the moment you got on that plane, you couldn't control him, that he could do what he wanted to, he could talk to whoever he wanted to. The moment you got out of the car, that he would be on his phone talking to another Kai Bella. Maybe talking to the like Queen of Wands or the Queen of Cups. That's what you were feeling anxious over. Look, I know there are people out there that fear of flying is a real thing. And I will admit, I get anxious about flying. It makes you kind of nervous. But I don't think her anxiety came from that. She's already done the flying thing more than a few times. I think it was more about leaving Salah alone to do as he pleased.
To the check-in counter. There's my luggage. See you, Pop. Yalla.
Okay, you know what? I'm a bit confused here. Y'all help me. So, in one of her recent vlogs, she said that she did not bring one single abaya. Not one. She's supposed to be a newly reverted Muslim woman. Why not bring at least one abaya, one hijab with you? I'm looking at her luggage. It looks like there'd be plenty of room for that. Why not bring just one? I got a theory. Here's my theory. Everybody has been saying that this whole time that she's been in Kuwait, she has been portraying a character, just playing a part of her own choosing. As disgraceful and disrespectful as it is, she just portrayed herself as a Muslim woman when she's not. She pretended to be something she's not, which in my opinion is very disrespectful to the Muslim people and the Muslim faith. But she treated it like a costume. And when you're done, if you're an actor or an actress, when you put on a costume to play a part, once the part is over, you take the costume off. So, if Chantal is in Canada and she didn't bring a single abaya, does that mean she's, for the most part, done playing that part? She's done cosplaying something she's not? I really hope so, because it just putting on a belief and a faith, it for the sake of attention, is so wrong. It really is. But you claim to be something, Chantal, but then you're not bringing your abaya with you. Could it also be because the abayas no longer fit? Like you've outgrown them? I don't know. We're going to see.
All right, let's go check in Yalla. Gate 26. I can see clearly now. I have good glasses.
Okay, I'm a bit confused. So, after the whole Scatman thing broke with Kai Bella, Salah, for the most part, he shut his mouth on camera if he had to be near Chantal. And then he started to speak up a little bit off camera. In this travel vlog, he's not talking at all. Why? He doesn't have to show himself, but he's being completely quiet. Oh, there he is. There's Salah. This is going to be your last time seeing Chantal for a while, Salah. This is supposed to be your wife. You're not going to say anything to your wife?
So since this time of flying with Lufthansa Airlines, we made it over to the Lufthansa counter so I could check in. I am flying economy, regular economy, as per usual.
Okay, you know what? I'm noticing something really weird. Let me just blow up the video so maybe you guys can spot it. Hold on.
For this flight.
Okay, like I'm looking at her feet. I'm looking down at her feet. I think Chantal's using that elongated filter because when you look at her feet when she's walking, her feet look 10 miles long. It's elongating her feet. That just looks weird to me.
Check-in was rather uneventful and pretty normal. It went smoothly. Time to say goodbye to my love for only God knows how long.
You know what's weird, Chantal? You've been around Salah for 2 years. And he's supposed to be your love. And I love him so much. And handsomest man. You're not crying. I can't think of a single person who is married, a husband and wife, if they got to say goodbye, especially for a long period of time, that you're not ugly crying. Before the person even gets out of your eyesight, you're missing them. Your heart is hurting. This man that you supposedly love so much, you are not crying. You're smiling. You're having a little Instagram moment. Yet you claim to love him. Okay.
And make my way through this zigzaggy thing I hate. Time to go through security.
So I made it through security, and
Okay, that's weird. Look at her eye. What is going on right here? This looks like a filter fail. Like she's got the filters going on her phone, and it looks like because of the glasses, maybe the filters got kind of confused and it cut off part of her eye. Yeah, that's a weird glitch right there.
I'm a little dizzy adjusting to my glasses, but I'm gonna get a water. I'm so thirsty. Good duty free place here where you have to show your passport. All right, let's go get a $8 water. Look at these cool tins.
You know, Chantal, I remember back in the day when you would just drop money like it was no big deal. $8 water, no problem. Going to Starbucks, spending $20 on 2 drinks, no problem. Buying Amazon stuff, no problem. You would spend money like it was going out of style. Like if you kept it in your pocket, it would burn a hole through it. Now you're complaining about everything. Oh, an $8 water and everything's so expensive here. That's because you're broke. You're broke. And yet, for someone who hates being broke, you're not doing all you can to stop from being broke. So I guess you just have to suffer in silence, don't you? I love that for you.
Where's the water?
She is going straight for the candy. Of course she is. Notice she's zeroing in on all the candy, looking at it, drooling over it. Girl, leave that alone.
Oh, that's cool.
Look at her going straight for the candy, straight for the junk food.
I really want a gummy bear. 16.
Eerie pepperoni. Do you hear this girl? Do you hear? She wants a gummy bear. Cue up the gummy bear song.
$10. I'm so thirsty. I'm gonna get a couple of these bad boys. This display is really cool here at the Kuwait airport. So I'm at gate 26. Let's go.
You know what, Chantal? You could have made this vlog so much more than what it is. Instead of showing all these shots of different things that don't matter, you could have sat down and just talked to the camera about your feeling about going home and what you're going to do once you get there and what your plans are and places that you want to visit when you get back home, what you're going to do for content. You could have fleshed this out. But no, we can't give any thought to our content, can we? Like Like this part here did not have to be here. Look at this. Like, why did you have to film these people walking down the hallway? Why those people sitting in the seats? Maybe they don't want to be on camera. Why are you always putting on people on camera that don't want to be there?
I always buy a ton of drinks at airports more than anything because of all the walking. It gets hot, and I get something with vitamins and low sugar.
Liar. Anybody believe that she gets everything with low sugar after her walking past all of that candy, zeroing in on it? Anybody believe that she didn't buy some sugary snacks to take on the plane? No, I don't either. I think she loaded up on junk food before she got on that plane because she would be on it for several hours and she couldn't order off of Uber Eats.
Gegenstände herausfallen können. Nutzen Sie in der Economy und Premium Economy Class zum Verstauen des Handgepäcks auch den Platz unter den Vordersitzen.
Why are we watching this? By the way, Chantal, here's a missed opportunity right here. Actually, you've had several. You were in Kuwait. You could have done so many ambiance videos there. Just getting different footage, looping it, putting it into an ambiance video. You could have put a whole bunch of ambiance stuff from the desert on that ambiance channel. Here we are again, doing the red eye flight thing. You could have filmed stuff like this and made an ambiance video with it too, because there are lots of people that love the sound of an airplane in flight. You could have got natural ambiance from an actual flight. But all you're focused on is the food. I don't even know why you're sad about leaving Kuwait. It was so not good for you in so many ways. I don't know why you're sad.
Of poor quality on Lufthansa. So I decided to try and watch Wonka, but dates and to slow down a bottle of water, but it was pretty actually. They also don't have individual air vents. I was so hot and uncomfortable, like the whole flight.
You thought you were hot and uncomfortable. Imagine the person sitting next to you that don't have enough room, Chantal. You sat next to somebody, and I don't know if you got one seat or two seats, or maybe you needed more than two seats, but imagine that poor guy that had to sit next to you, that you encroached on his space and basically took part of his seat space away from him. And he had to sit like that for hours, always thinking about yourself, and you don't care what other people feel.
They served a cold vegetarian sandwich, they called it, has cream cheese and peppers and things. Something about this evil sandwich gave me the worst indigestion. It was so uncomfortable. It was so bad.
I don't think it was a sandwich's fault. I think she went ham on the sweets during the flight, and maybe it was a mixture of stuff in her stomach and she got bubble guts.
I like when planes have these little individual cup holders. Most do, but some airlines I've been on don't actually. So I love watching the flight map. I like seeing where around the world I'm going to. It's just a really cool concept for me. Lufthansa handed out these complimentary chocolates near the end of our journey. So, yeah. Overall, flying with Lufthansa wasn't the best experience, but it wasn't the worst. So, it was all right. Wakey, wakey, time to land. This is why they call it red eye. As you can see, the transfer terminal buses.
That's because you don't want to be around people.
They're always packed and they're always hot. All right, I got a seat on the bus.
You know what, Chantal? You can sit there and go complain and complain and complain about how uncomfortable it is to fly and to travel and transfer over. I don't want to hear it. You decided to take your butt over to Kuwait and be with Salah, and you're not a permanent resident. So that means after a certain time period, you got to come home and you got to go somewhere else. You decided to make the choice to go all the way over there. Now you got to come all the way back. So don't whine to me. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that whining. Oh, my life is so bad. Shut up. You decided to make it that way.
Us and no one else needed one because I usually give them to elderly. But look how big the plane looks. Oh my gosh. And we are at the Frankfurt. I'm going to make my way to security and my gate. I'm just literally so spent and exhausted at this point. Seriously.
She looks so mad. Look at her. Oh, she's mad. Look at her. She's mad. She's mad. And why is she angry? Why is she mad? Because she got to the airport in Germany and they didn't have like a little golf cart situation to cart her big butt around. She actually has to walk. Ooh, she's mad about that. You're mad because you actually have to get some exercise, Chantal.
Yeah, so there's this like attraction at the Frankfurt airport where you can sit and take a picture beside.
Chantal, why are you zeroing in on those two people? That does not look like any kind of attraction. You were checking them out, weren't you? Like, why were you zeroed in on those two people right there, right now? What was that about? You're supposed to be a married woman. You're over there, like, checking somebody out with your camera. Girl.
Statue. I didn't bother going, but that's cool. So I had to do a lot of walking and everything, but my gate B required that I take this little bus. So I'm waiting for the bus.
It is not allowed to take that.
Finally made it to my gate for Air Canada, going to Montreal. My fan. I got some more drinks. My puffer for my asthma. This is a sugar-free, fruit and mint infused drink. It was pretty good, actually, and refreshing. Gloomy early morning in Germany today. And here comes the plane I'll be on soon. They just got to clean it and get it ready. Flying Air Canada, I think for the first time, other than being young, in my adult life at least.
Yeah, like when you go back through Chantal's flying history, she always used Qatar Airlines, didn't she? She loved using them. Why would she suddenly switch to different airlines unless she had to?
And I'm wearing compression socks to try to reduce the swelling and risk of blood clots. They're just black. They blend with my pants and shoes. All aboard seat 38K on Air Canada, Airbus A330 to Montreal.
Why are you telling us your flight number?
The screens are already huger and the leg room.
You know what's crazy? She likes to say, you guys get too much into my business. You don't need to know everything. I need my privacy. And then she does videos like this where she's giving out way personal details that really we don't need to know.
Room, and the gut room is so much better.
Another missed opportunity for an ambiance video.
8 hours later.
Oh, MG, I'm finally here. Okay. Having a cranberry. I'm starving. Like,
So we go from drinking like the healthy juice water type situation to full sugar drink. We're back. She's back, y'all. She's back.
chicken sandwich. No, it's not halal, but
So
they
she's
don't
back
have
on
halal
home
food.
soil and she goes, screw eating this halal food and halal drinks. I'm going to do what I want.
Where I am. So sometimes I'm not going to eat hello. And sour cream and onion chips.
Oh, there we go. So full sugar drink. We got a sandwich that's not halal, and we got chips. Yep, Foodie Beauty is back.
Been missing these. People are going to be looking at me weird, but whatever. Talking to myself. My favorite juice, cranberry. I'm like right near a bunch of bus stops.
Maybe I'm reaching here. I could be reaching, but this is just a thought. Sometimes when you have a UTI, you could drink cranberry juice, and that helps out with that. So in the past, Chantal has had UTIs or bladder infections, and she would drink a lot of cranberry juice. It seems weird that of all the drinks to pick, she picked cranberry juice. Maybe I'm reaching. It's just a thought. It could mean nothing. I just thought I'd throw that in there.
So, well, the bread is so fresh, it's like moist. Bismillah.
With all the sugary drinks that she drinks, with all the sugar, with all the caffeine, it would not surprise me at all if she did have a UTI.
I could put more mayo or something. Anyway. I'm taking this express bus from
This is supposed to be a travel vlog, Chantal, but even at the end of it, when you don't have to, you're turning it into a mukbang. Really? Really, we're going to go there. We're going to do this today. You guys know how I hate watching her eat. She could have cut this part out. We're at 11 minutes. You could have monetized this, cut out the eating portion, done. No, we're going to eat, aren't we?
And the guy who was sitting beside me on the plane, he kept spilling wine all over me.
He kept spilling wine all over you. Gee, I wonder why. What were you doing? If it wasn't an accident, what were you doing? Were you being rude? Were you being obnoxious? Were you taking up his chair space and he was angry about it, was just doing the passive aggressive thing? What was your part in all of this, Chantal? Why don't you tell us that? What'd you do to make him angry?
I'm so annoyed. I was so over it. I'm so over people. I'm so over traveling. I don't want to just complain because, alhamdulillah, I've made it. But the amount of walking I did, so my feet are like so sore. Those Skechers are not cutting it. I need better Skechers.
I'm sorry for the eating. God, why did she have to do this?
Busy street. I ordered my taxi to go get my car. I don't know where I am. The bus dropped me off somewhere, I guess. I don't know.
She lost.
I forget. I ordered the bus ticket, but I don't know where I am. Anyway, adventure doesn't end until.
So none of the family is coming to pick her up. Ooh. The family said, nope, you're a big girl. You handle this.
I'm in the Kia again.
Yeah, but is the family... Why are you ordering a taxi then? You've got family. The family's not going to come pick you up? Nobody? Not a single person? Boy, that just tells on the family dynamic, doesn't it?
Tomorrow I'm going to clean it out. I have to get it fixed. Needs a little bit of repairs.
I'm sorry. I'm having a bit of trouble with that. So she just got back to Canada. And she expects that she's going to find a place the next day to do some serious work on the car, I press X for doubt. I would think you've got to do some hunting around and finding a good mechanic and finding someone that has the kind of time to do hours and hours of work on a car.
Anyways. Well, you know you're in Canada when there's a Swiss chalet at almost every corner.
Focusing on, you know what? I'm done right now with this vlog. I'm not going to watch her eat. No, ma'am. No, thank you. We're done here. We're done with this travel vlog that she's trying to turn into a mukbang. No, thank you, Chantal. I'm out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to go check out the live she did earlier, the coffee bees, and see what's going on with that. Until then, y'all take care of yourselves and each other.